know what time it is? 8 a.m. on Stone Road. I'm Hassan.
It's your boy Meth.
Mahomes did it.
Yo, they actually won, eh?
They won Super Bowl 57. Kansas City, of course, my homeboy. He got it done. The GOAT, the baby GOAT right now. But yeah, what'd you think?
Goats of all goats. It was a pretty tight game, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was right down to the last second, I would say.
You said Chiefs, right? You called it?
Yeah, I called Chiefs, yeah. A lot of people did, actually.
Yeah.
We put up the poll, and I think it was like 90%, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was
So,
crazy.
yeah, clearly our fans know what they're talking about.
I mean, a lot of people probably bet on this game, eh?
But I think Eagles were the betting favorite.
Were they actually?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of odds off of against them.
Yeah, I think your boy Drizzy almost doubled his money or something.
No way.
Yeah, he got a lot of money out of that. I think he bet $1 million, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Against Chiefs or on Eagles? Well, obviously.
Well, he thought the Chiefs would win.
Right.
And then everyone was doing the Drake curse thing.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's running.
But yeah, of course, everyone watched the game. Everyone was talking about the conspiracy.
Oh, yeah.
The conspiracy that, they called the thing in the last 2 minutes. I know LeBron tweeted it. I know a bunch of people went off on it that, basically they rigged it.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have called it, blah, 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 blah. What do you think?
I think even Brady was saying it. A lot of people were saying it.
A lot of people were saying it. Yeah, I kind of agreed that, like, in the last 2 minutes, let them play. But it was a holding call. The guy admitted it. He held him.
Yeah.
So, he admitted in the locker room after that, it was a holding call, and he should have been called.
I feel like it's all political at
conspiracy?
that point. Yeah, 100%. I feel like all in the World Cup games at the last finals, they want to be able to pull it out at the end, right? They want to be able to.
Well, it makes sense. They do want Mahomes to be the league, face of the league with Brady gone now. Somebody's got to take the reins. Somebody's got to step up.
Yeah.
And I think by giving him more Super Bowls, it builds up that image, that that mythological creature. But the
next GOAT.
He is. Yeah.
You think he's the next GOAT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
But yeah, that was the Super Bowl, of course. That was fun. Great. Now.
Well, have you noticed though?
Yeah.
No advertisements against crypto.
Crypto's gone. Yeah, I know.
Right?
Last time it was literally every single episode was a crypto episode.
Yeah.
Now it was just
I haven't seen any actually. Last year was quite a bit.
Yeah, everybody was in those commercials. Now there was not. I don't think I saw a single crypto commercial.
Your boys running them Prius commercials. None of those, eh?
No, nothing. Yeah, all those are gone. There was those Jesus Loves You commercials as well.
Oh,
you saw those ones?
Yeah, I see those. Yeah,
that was a black and white. At first, I saw them. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
But, so they spent $100 million on those commercials.
Damn.
Yeah, $100 million. Didn't see any brown people in those commercials. So
no love for us, eh?
No love for the brown people, even though Jesus was brown,
Mexican,
grew up in Palestine, which is all brown people, but apparently he was white. Somehow the only fair-skinned guy, but whatever.
I mean, it's a lot of interpretation, right?
Yeah. Speaking of GOAT, Rihanna performed.
Bro, she was amazing.
Yeah, you think so?
Trump said otherwise, but screw Trump at this point. But no, she was amazing, man. It was a nice comeback for her, but I mean, it was decent.
It was good. Yeah, she did her thing. Honestly, the set list was a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
Obviously, she did that. We Found Love and all those ones, but even Better Have My Money. All those ones were definitely
big one.
Rang off. But what do you think of all the Super Bowl performances? Up there or not?
I would say mediocre. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Rihanna though.
To be fair, a lot of people do think she is a mediocre performer, and that was kind of the she has had that label. But I think it was pretty good. She was pregnant, and she was like 100 feet up on a platform.
Oh, hats off to her, man. That's crazy, and still singing on top of her lungs, bro. Yeah, she was singing to the whole audience, bro.
Of course, breaking news. You heard it here first. She's pregnant again. Rihanna's pregnant again.
It ain't just a baby bump. It's just a small bump. It's a she really revealed that, eh?
Yeah, ASAP that's why they call him ASAP.
Real quick.
Real quick. But congrats again. They're married. But even that was cool. They did it kind of subtly as well. Yeah, you can tell, but kind of not at the same time.
It was nice to reveal though.
It was a cool reveal because she did say there was going to be a guest performer. But so that was really cool how they did that. And of course, she did the Fenty plug. She was doing the makeup stuff. That was cool.
Bro. Those stocks and the pricing just blew up that one day.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Good for her, man. Good for her. But overall, it was pretty good. It wasn't no Prince performing Purple Rain while it rained, but still good Super Bowl performance. Not mad at it.
You know what's funny though? They actually forgot about her at the podium.
Did they?
Yeah, she was screaming saying, "Yo, come grab me."
Yeah.
They actually forgot about it. They ran the game, and she was up there, feet above. That's insane.
But yeah, that was and then of course but that was a kind of gold thing. Yeah, so in all these Super Bowl performances, Jay-Z is the reason he did sign up. And I remember when he did sign up, there was a lot of backlash on why he would sell out his people because this was during the Kaepernick time. But so far, he's only done 2 performances. Last year was, of course, the LA one, which everyone really liked. And then this year's Rihanna. So it's just to show you that, kind of watch the play happen and unfold before, start chirping and start making comments.
Yeah.
And I think he proved that.
Yeah. He started it off, I guess.
He started off, yeah. So now interesting to see who's going to be next year.
I mean, a lot of big games happening, right? And now we also got All-Star Weekend coming up.
All-Star Weekend. Yeah, I mean, now that football's over, basketball's the only sport really till...
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, because then the summer gets dry.
Yeah.
Summer gets dry. But yeah, basketball should be good. Of course, after we record the podcast, the whole KD trade happened.
Oh, yeah.
Shook the NBA. So, yeah, let's see what happens. And then, yeah, like you said, All-Star Weekend. I know you're flying out.
It's funny.
Family day in Utah.
Family day in Utah, man.
Family day in Utah for the All-Star weekend.
All-Star game is going to be huge.
Or you going to leave your family at home?
It's called Family Day, man.
Family Day, yeah.
You got to bring the whole family, man.
Out. Yo, Utah actually looks sick.
Yeah.
If you look at Salt Lake City and all that, those places, yeah. I'd love to go to Utah.
It's like a desert town, but
I'd love to go to Utah. I'd love to go to Utah. The flights were so expensive, though.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, but...
I mean, it's a couple hours down from what, LA? It says?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting. I'll holla. Maybe Judge Judy will be there.
No, we're going to be chilling in...
No, but a lot of people are going to be worried about, tax season.
All-Star Weekend is this weekend, and then a few weekends from now, we have the RRSP weekend.
Yeah.
So this weekend, of course, we're in mid-February, so everyone's talking about RRSP.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, even on the radio, I mean, I don't know who listens to radio now, but everyone's talking about RRSP, and so I've been getting a lot of questions about what is RRSP, what to do with RRSP, and all that stuff, so on and so forth. So we'll just kind of go into it a little bit, but we will be having more content on the channel soon that will be solely focused on RRSP and going even deeper into it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically, very simple. RRSP does stand for Registered Retirement Savings Plan, and it's basically one way to do. It's like a tax sheltered account. Obviously encouraging people to save for retirement, yeah, one thing that I think a lot of people do get confused is the SP part, savings plan. People treat it like a savings account.
Right.
But it's not a savings account.
You shouldn't be going in there withdrawing like X amount of money.
Exactly. It's not your traditional savings account. It's more somewhere where you park it and essentially you keep it till retirement.
Right.
I know recently the government, which I took advantage of, the government said that any money you put in the RSP you can use for when we got our first house, the first time home buyer grant.
Yeah.
Even that, there are some pros and cons that, of course, we will talk about in the separate video. But yeah, basically use the RSP as an investment account, and for what it's for, there are benefits with it. And basically the main benefit is more on the tax sense. You're basically deferring your taxes to a future year. Essentially, you're going to defer it to when you retire.
Which a lot of people want to do because given if you're about to pay taxes as opposed to retaining that tax refund, a lot of people would want to put in money now before that tax period happens. So, I mean, this is RSP is a great way to like neglect that from paying taxes.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, you will also lower your taxable income. So when you put money in the RSP, you will reduce the amount of taxes you will pay for this year. And that's kind of a lot of where you hear where people are actually getting the refunds and stuff like that is because, yes, they do make good money, but they're contributing to the RSP. And of course, that will help reduce your taxable income. And then when you retire, of course, your income will be way less. So when you take it out, the income you'll be in a smaller tax bracket and of course pay less taxes overall. So government always gets their taxes, but you got to be smart on figuring out when to pay the taxes because based on that, that's how much taxes you will pay. And yeah, it's basically a tax shelter that it's set up. You basically in your RSP you can invest in stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, all those REITs, all those stuff. And as long as it stays within the RSP, the no tax will be paid. But again, don't use it as a savings account. And
Kind of slightly different from TFSA, where you can actually withdraw funds.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And so with the savings account, just the traditional savings account, um, which we'll talk about as well, the 2%, which honestly is even usually lower. Don't keep your money just parked in that savings account.
Yeah.
It does not do anything, especially with the inflation that's happening right now. You're actually technically losing money. So you gotta kind of to figure out ways that we can use the money that we have. Of course, have your emergency savings fund. I know usually they recommend about 3 months. I like to do 6 months because you never know, but
Right.
keep at least 3 months of income on the side. That way you lose your job, anything happens, especially with all these layoffs happening right now.
You got emergency.
You got
funds,
yeah,
fund.
exactly. You got emergency funds. So how RSP works, there is that max contribution room. Basically, you can contribute up to 18% of earned income for essentially last year's tax return. Every year, they tend to increase the amount that is available. So this year, for example, the max is $31,650. Usually it increases by about 1,000 or so. So if you are getting close to that max, just kind of keep an eye out on what it is. But remember, it is up to 18% of earned income. So I think if you make over, I think it's 160, 170, after that, then it's more, 18% of that is more than the 31,000. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. And yeah, they do always adjust the numbers. Just a quick breakdown. We'll take your income, for example. I think your T4 salary is what?
You don't want to expose it right now.
Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just do it.
Bob.
Somebody else. We'll do somebody
Bob.
else. We'll do you 6 years ago.
All right.
Let's say a T4 salary is 120,000. And you do side hustle, I don't know, whatever you do. A lot of people are doing painting, a lot of people working
designing.
I know I used to, make music and stuff like that. So let's say 15,000, expenses are 6,000, so essentially 9,000 you're making on that.
Right, profit.
And let's say you have a rental property with income of 10,000. So basically combining all that together, you have an income of 138,000. And then you take 18%. So I think people think of just their T4, but of course it's all the income.
No, yeah. Any side gigs, you got to be able
Any
to
side hustles that for some reason you report to the CRA.
There are people that don't, and they get penalized.
They get penalized. Yeah, that's the thing. But government will always catch you on taxes.
Yeah.
They might not catch you on all the other stuff, but taxes is something that they always catch you on.
CRA especially.
I remember Al Capone. He did all these things, but they caught him on tax fraud. So government doesn't play with their money.
And you do time if it's a really substantial amount.
It's true. Yeah. But yeah, if you don't fill up the full RSP amount, let's say you don't hit the full 18%, it's not a big deal, or you can't contribute that full 18% right now, no worries. You can always carry forward to next year's as well. And yeah, you don't have to memorize the amounts or anything. Every time you file your tax return or you log into your MyCRA account, it will show you how much contribution room you do have available. And I know with our companies and other companies as well, one of the benefits they do is the matching program, which a lot of people are not actually taking advantage of. Everyone thinks about benefits like the massages and those type of stuff, but this is actually a very big benefit that they will match what you contribute as well.
I agree.
So if you contribute $2,500, they will match it and contribute $2,500 as well. So essentially you're getting a free $2,500 to invest in.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that me putting $2,500, the company putting $2,500, that equals $5,000 against your contribution room. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not what you contribute; it's what's contributed in total.
Yeah. So if it's 2.5%, they do 2.5%. It's 5%.
Yep.
It's quite a substantial amount.
Exactly, and kind of keep in mind, like I talked about a little bit earlier, that you are, or accountants in general, they kind of play around with when to contribute more. Essentially, you always, whenever you feel like this year is going to be a high income year, especially if you're on commissions and stuff like that, you're a salesperson, you can anticipate this is going to be a good year, or this is going to be a bad year. Maybe real estate agents are thinking this might be a bad year. So save those RSP contributions for a year if you think next year is going to be, where you ball out. So that's where you can lower your income at that level. So it's you're never going to be able to eliminate taxes, but you can definitely defer it to when it's more advantageous to you. And so, but again, we will have a full-length video based off RRSP. We're going to make it soon because March 1st is the deadline. So mark it on your calendars. Honestly, even people don't realize is don't just wake up March 1st and think you can open an RSP account and just set up. So go get that stuff in advance. Talk to your job. Maybe they do have the contribution plan. Maybe they can do something. So get this stuff kind of in order, and then after that we'll give you all the information, then you can decide from there if that works for you or not.
I mean, it's good that you mentioned that because a lot of jobs out there, some people just sign up and don't realize that you have benefits as well. Like you're saying, like some could be massages to you as well. I know in initial stages, I didn't even know I had it at the time until I actually spoke to a coworker and they said, hey, like if you're doing deadlifts and you get injured, you can actually use chiropractor to your advantage.
Do you do massages?
No, I don't do massages.
No?
I get.
No, I'm not. You get massages?
I've started recently. Ever since I started working out like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I realized, I mean, the pain's there, man. The lower back.
What's his name?
Wait, why would I say that? Disclose the name. What's the clinic or the name?
What's your boy's?
Wait, which one?
Your masseuse. What's his name?
You just call him masseuse?
What doesn't that? What are they called?
Are they chiropractors?
No, that chiropractor and massage are different things. Unless your chiropractor is massaging you too. I would get that looked into if your chiropractor is just massaging you.
I mean, that would be pretty. It's a 2-in-1 for them.
2-in-1. Good.
I mean, I actually don't. It's interesting because I actually don't know his name now.
He's just like guys touch you. You don't know their name.
I just know they have credentials. I see it under their signature. I believe it.
As long as you think they're
and it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked for you. Okay.
That's all that matters.
That's
man.
That's how they get you,
right? And I don't have to put anything out of my pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Right? There are a lot of benefits.
7 sessions in a year I could have went, and that's pretty solid.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
And,
exactly.
It's health wise is good, so why not?
Yeah, it's true.
And otherwise, if you don't use it, it's going to waste.
It is going to waste. So yeah, take advantage of the benefits. Even signing up, whether it's your spouse, even some have like parental. You can add parents on and stuff like that. So
exactly.
Add on as much people as you can, help everyone out, and go from there.
I would say so, but I mean, the other benefits, I guess, with work, especially with pandemic, I would say is a lot of people are starting to work from home. Like, I don't know, but like, I know you probably work from home, like hybrid situation, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a hybrid right now.
Yeah, same as well. I mean, if they're probably listening, they're probably think I'm only coming like maybe twice a week, I would say. But
yeah, I'm at twice a week right now.
Yeah. Some people did like 3 times. I think what they're doing now is slowly start to bring people in because they're paying for utilities, right?
Government had the mandate, I think that, but there's actually a lot of fights over this because the union actually got involved with the government that basically. Government put a mandate that federal employees, I think it's only federal right now. Federal employees will have to report 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. But there's been a lot of discussion with that. So I think they're starting the ball. They're getting the ball rolling. But it's going to be interesting to see based off this how other companies will react.
Right.
I think companies now saw that the government's doing it, so we're doing it. But if it doesn't go the government's way, can the companies also expect people to come if if the government's not mandating it, why is the company
doing it? Yeah, I agree. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of incentives working from home, right? One key one is travel expense, right? Mm-hmm. People that can't afford a Tesla, they're riding the gas-fueled vehicles, man. And gas is going up.
Oh, travel. I thought you meant like when you were working in a different country but said you were here.
I mean, you know what? A lot of people doing that, man.
Man, a lot of smart people were doing that. Man, I know so many people that were renting out their house.
Yes.
And we're actually making more money by renting a cheaper place somewhere else.
Yeah.
And renting out here.
But actually live in, say, Mexico, right?
Like literally they would just log off and then just be on the beach.
Yeah.
Or chilling or whatever. So yeah, there are a lot of people... Yeah, a lot of smart people that did it. Did I do it? No. Did you do it?
No. You know what? It's crazy is
because your work's so same. No, he didn't do it either.
No, I didn't do it.
He was here the whole time.
I'm still here.
He was here.
I never left.
He's still here. Yeah. So
it's just my background's been the same the whole time.
It's that Zoom background.
The room, right?
The Zoom background.
I mean, it's so cool how technology can do anything nowadays, man.
Know.
But no, it's funny because when I went on to that trip in Greece, I met an individual who actually worked for AstraZeneca, and which is pretty sweet because he said he was on his trip. They were just chilling with his buddy, right?
Okay.
And then next month he was headed to Bali, and I said, okay, so this is his 3rd destination, by the way. Wow. Greece was his 3rd one.
Wow.
And he's going like 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then another month. So this one, Bali, he's gonna spend another month. And I said, yo, what are you doing? Like, how are you taking this time off? Like, how much vacation days you got, right? And he said he's working from home. Oh, working from home.
Yeah.
Right? And
so then you started doing it.
Okay. Like I said, man, I'm still here.
Man, no, I know. People did it right, honestly. People did it smart, yeah.
And a lot of people, what they can do is, employers, I'd say, is they can take advantage of this. And they, like say something like media or like digital experts and, just like ad agencies, they can hire people outside the country. They minimize the costs
It's
just
true.
internally,
It's
right?
true. I mean, you mentioned Greece. I remember you telling me the other day about
Oh yeah, what was that word? It was an island, Antikythera or something like
something like that.
that.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? You know what they said?
What?
Since Greece has like multiple pot of islands, right? People living in those islands, they're not that much there. So what they're trying to do is now they're trying to promote people coming into their country,
Okay.
essentially islands as well.
Right.
And what they're doing now is, Antikythera is one of those islands where I think there's max about 50 people.
Okay.
And being that said, you actually get a home and a certain, I would say, square foot of land.
Yeah.
And you get 500 euros if you actually migrate, live there while working. I mean,
Why not?
why not? Like,
Yeah.
you're living in one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and you get to get paid to live there and get land for free.
So go.
Bro, I haven't told my wife yet, and she's gonna listen to this. She's like, "Wait, you told me we had an option just to live there, man?" Because we went there for our trip, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, we don't want to leave." This was an option where we could have technically stayed.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that are doing this. Switzerland's another example. I
Yeah.
really want to do Switzerland,
Yeah.
and a few of their towns, their population it's diminishing. And yeah, they'll pay you 25 grand just to relocate there. They'll give you other incentives, all that type of stuff. Especially if you have kids. So
Yeah.
start lining them up, and then you get 10,000 for kids
For each
each kid. Exactly.
And they don't have to live there.
No,
That's the crazy part.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, that one. Spain's another one.
Yeah. Spain's a beautiful country as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Spain, for example, there's a few places that again you get there. Every place kind of has a few incentives. Even in Canada, Alberta's doing that. I think it was Newfoundland that was doing it. I don't know if they're still doing it. Actually, no, they are still doing it. That if you're a doctor, for example, they'll pay for everything.
Oh, wow.
Because they're just looking for people to start dispersing and everything like that. So if not, like, why not? There are opportunities. Yeah.
They're trying to promote their economy as well, right? And we can totally see that, and that's something that you can take advantage of.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying like you're getting tired of North American countries, just being stuck here,
Exactly.
you have the option to get out. Just start a new life, start to build a new chapter. If you're single, I mean, why not? You could just experience that for X amount of years and come back.
Yeah, exactly. So look around. There's different places that will kind of help you out. Of course, I don't run any of these because I stayed working here, but maybe you can talk more about your employers.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here? Okay. Okay.
But there are other agencies what kind of help you out with funding these people or finding these people, like doing marketing. Like there's like Virtual Gurus, I believe.
Yep.
They were actually a small Alberta startup, local startup.
Okay.
And they kind of help businesses find virtual assistants, social media managers, sales managers, some like sales support team. Now, when you give a call to like one of Bell support, you get a call from India.
Yeah, your boys.
Yeah, like homeboys, but you'd be thinking I'm calling Bell.
Yeah.
But they actually outsource for a cheaper price, cheaper cost. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean that's so smart, and people are just working from home essentially.
Yeah, it's true.
Home as in a totally different country.
Man, those customer service is just ridiculous now. It's ridiculous.
I hate it, man.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I love my people.
Yeah, no, I don't even care about the people. It's more like everyone's just using COVID as an excuse to not give any customer service now. Like, there's no such thing as customer service anymore. Every time you say something, every time you do something, I think those days are gone. Where
I agree.
And I actually think this is a good opportunity for smaller companies and startups to really focus on customer service. I know everyone's focused more on automation and everything like that, trying to make everything more efficient. But I think, and I hear this from other people too, people are starting to miss that. I don't care about human interaction, but just customer service in general. Knowing that they have your back in some way. If there's an extra fine or penalty or something, like being taken care of, especially being customer 20 years. But I think now everything is so automated that if the computer does not spit out a code for the person to put in, he just tells you there's nothing we can do. So I think this is a good opportunity. I think there's gonna be a lot of customer service startups that are going to pop up that I think will help people.
I'm kind of old school because I wish it was more of an in-person thing, because I find that if you're giving a call, like it's more automated, it's so abrupt.
Yeah.
You can't negotiate. If you ever want to negotiate, there's that degree of freedom where negotiation becomes minimal.
Yeah, of course, because unless it's set up to give you a code. If it doesn't give you a code, then there's nothing they can do. And I think, you're right. There are a lot of companies that do that now. Even when I was looking for a new cell phone plan the other day, it was the same thing. Unless they have the code, they won't do anything. They can't do anything. It's not even they can't do anything.
Yeah, right. Which is unfortunate, but I mean,
But yeah, go follow my boy and
Travel. I mean,
travel.
this is a time too.
This is the
Like,
time, yeah.
I'm like, why not? And if you have the chance to go to Europe, and a lot of people do that Europe destination trips and
Yeah,
stuff, right? And
exactly.
you can scout out some nice places, and you get money,
There are
3,000
not
euros.
there are yeah, there are nice a lot of nice places. Even if they don't pay for relocation, I know I always watch on YouTube like random houses all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal, for example, you can buy nice villas on the beach, 150 like Canadian 150,000.
Wow.
Turkey, same thing,
Yep.
150,000. Like there's a lot of beachfront villas that here we're paying literally tens of millions of dollars to be on, whereas there is $150,000.
150,000.
And
Wow.
especially with wireless internet and everything, like there's no excuse or not excuse, but it's very easy to
Mm-hmm.
kind of do that. So start looking, and I think this is more of a conversation into expanding on what is the norm, what you expect or what you know. Think about how you can branch out and think of different ideas. Maybe you are the business that sets up connecting people to these homes, because a lot of people
Yeah.
aren't sure. I've never been to Portugal, or I've never been to Spain or Switzerland or whatever. I don't know the area. I'm scared. So these companies can even middle manage you and help you out with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of opportunities for.
Yeah, I mean, even there's that global HR is what they call it, DEAR.
Okay,
What they do is actually help with the finance aspect and helping pay. Well, the employers, what they do is they hire global
right,
HR, and then they help make payments to these employees that are working across the globe,
yeah,
which is pretty cool because essentially it's like essentially a international HR as opposed to one sitting in your
true,
office,
yeah, exactly.
right? And that's pretty cool. I mean, if you have the option, why not? I would take it if I didn't have like the, like responsibilities to be doing certain actions here that I need to
Yeah,
stay in, GTA. I would totally do it. Go out. Would you though?
I would. I was actually talking about the other day. Like
Yeah.
both of our parents, for example, they immigrated all over across the world. No, at that time there was no
With not like,
FaceTime, none of that
yeah,
stuff.
none, yeah.
But like, if we stay here our whole life, isn't that kind of like lame?
Yeah, there's no story to tell,
There's
right?
zero story to tell.
I
Like, what are
just
your kids gonna say? Wow, you live 5 minutes away from your
born.
parents? No way.
Yeah, that's true. They travel across miles, right? And then they came here, started everything,
So
ran it up.
why don't you go back?
I mean, you mean going to Europe?
Yeah,
I
or
would,
anywhere, anywhere. Honestly, even
actually,
forget Europe. There's a lot of nice, even Australia, South America,
yeah, yeah,
Africa,
yeah.
Asia.
Why
A
not?
lot of nice places.
I would consider Europe as well.
Yeah.
Europe would be nice. Greece, I actually did like it, and I actually told we were island hopping it essentially,
Yeah.
right? And one of the islands, I think it was Milos. Actually, it was really nice,
Okay.
small island, and just living there, it's so peaceful. And the fact that you can just turn your switch off, in the sense that you're just not running around, you're not thinking too much about life of what I need to make payments, I need to do this. They were just so like just down to earth people,
Yeah, it's true. Actually,
right?
if you work with any European companies, I know I've worked with a few European
Yeah,
companies. They have it right, honestly. They work 9 to 5. At
yeah,
5:01, if you send them an email,
that's it.
they're not looking at it, or
No,
even 8:59, they're not looking at it. They
yeah.
don't even talk about work after.
No, they don't. Yeah.
Half of the summer, they're off.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they
and
got how many weeks off?
yeah, I know. They just
Yeah.
take time off, and
They're relaxing, and it's funny because I was actually asking about that, and I'm like, why are you so fast? Like they're asking me, they're
yeah,
like, why are you so fast? Like you gotta just slow down, just
yeah,
relax a bit. And
it's
I'm
true.
like, I'm looking at her as she was cashing out
Yeah,
like on some merchandise I was trying to buy, right? And then the way she's doing it is just so slow, but I can already process it in my head while by the
yeah.
time she's finishing.
Because that was the thing. So like, even for restaurants and stuff like that, they're and I forgot what show I was watching, but they were talking about this, that in America, North America, I'll say,
Hmm.
you eat, and what's the longest you spend in a restaurant? Maybe an hour and a half, maybe two
Yeah,
hours,
2 hours
right?
max. Yeah.
And I remember this guy was traveling to different restaurants around the world, so he goes to Europe and he goes to a few restaurants, and the one guy said, now the food's taking, I think it was 40 minutes to come out or something, and so the guy's complaining.
Right.
And he's like, "What's the like?
What's
Why?
the
What's the rush? Like,
Yeah.
where? Just it'll come. You eat. You
Yeah.
enjoy. You sit. You talk. Like, you guys are talking.
Socialize.
Why don't you talk while the food comes,
Yeah.
right? But here, if it's not like we're so caught up on go on to the next thing, go on to the next thing, go on to the next thing that you
Oh
kind of
yeah.
forget about um, the moment.
The
Even
moment.
when you go
Yeah.
out for
Yeah.
dinner, you're thinking about, okay, what's gonna be next after this? What's next after this?
Yeah.
What's next after
Kind of
this?
greedy in a sense, eh?
Yeah.
Not appreciating the certain moments of life.
Yeah,
I'd say.
there's a
Yeah.
lot. So I think, and I won't even chalk this up to Europe, but honestly, it's the rest of the world compared to North America. And I
Yeah.
think that's why
Yeah.
whenever North Americans go on vacation, enter this la la land. But the thing is, everyone is doing this, but we're so,
Yeah.
which is why I know they're trying to do the whole
The 4 day
yeah.
rollout. Yeah.
So what do you think?
They're actually doing it across, I think, the western side of Canada,
Yeah,
I
I know they
believe.
tried
Yeah.
a few in Vancouver, BC
It's,
area, and I think they are going to work their way over.
I think it's a good way because, to be honest, during the week, like, I don't know about you, but like when I work, I feel like I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
And 10 hours, it doesn't feel like a much of a difference from 8 hours. And
No.
I feel like I enjoy that extra day
Of
with
course.
family and
Of course.
friends, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of people would too. I'm just worried that um I guess unless it's a law, for example, that there's gonna be a lot of companies that try the 4 day and then a lot of companies that don't. And then what's gonna happen is the companies that do the 4 days are gonna notice that the 5 days are operating well on Friday, and then they're gonna say, okay, no, we're gonna operate on Friday too
It's a
now.
comparison basis
Yeah,
now.
so now they're just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
go back to I don't see a lot because I think it's so ingrained in our culture to
Uh,
work all 5 days every single day.
some even 7, man.
Yeah, it's not even 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're talking 8 hours, like it's 8 hours. Like no, it'll be 10 hours, 12 hours, and that's normal.
Hmm.
In
Some
fact,
people are doing that already,
yeah,
right?
in fact,
Yeah.
people brag about it at work. And
Yeah.
say, I worked all night last night,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like that's kind of
The
the
keeners.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. But it's
Yeah.
for what? So I
Yeah.
do hope the 4 day kind of works out. I'm like you. I'm excited for the roll up, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel that a lot of
Yeah.
companies will say, okay, well that guy's actually doing 5 days and he's making X amount of money on that day, so why don't we do it that day?
I feel like you're right on that because it's a protocol that I feel like everybody should
Yeah,
universally should apply.
yeah,
It shouldn't be like a choice matter because now you have a comparison basis.
yeah,
You can say, okay, I'm getting this much profits at this certain
yeah,
period. Why isn't that? Or why aren't we doing it at this
yeah.
5 day
Because the
period?
thing is, if one of your suppliers works on Friday and you don't,
Yeah, yeah, that's a big downfall.
somebody,
Yeah.
unless they time it that you work these 4 days, they work these 4 days, so on and so forth, that I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I do hope it is, but
I'd say it's a bit tough in the manufacturing sector. Given that it's all about production, it's all about meeting your OTDs, like on
yeah,
time deliveries, right?
that's the thing. Even something as simple as retail or something like that, there's gonna be a lot of people that the store's not gonna be closed that day, so
Yeah, yeah.
there's
So
gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be working those same days anyway. So
yeah, yeah.
um,
I mean, given the sense that like say plumbing, right? They're always gonna be on the call,
exactly. Yeah.
right? And there's no days off for those people, but
Only government gets every day off.
they get it every time, man. We
Every
know so many people that work in the municipal
man,
sector
governments and banks
chilling.
chilling.
I mean, you know who you are.
Yeah, governments and bankers. Yeah, good for them. Every
Oh
day is
yeah, yeah.
every day is off. Like honestly, you have to let them Google like, is the bank even open today? Because every day there's some day that they have off. But
Yeah, I agree.
good for them. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, the 4 day week.
It's tough though, because even now you'll notice that I think in North American side or I'm saying as a generalized way, is we actually work more than what we should.
Way
Instead,
more than we should. Way, way, way
I
more.
think working like donkeys at one point, right? They're not smart,
No,
and certain things like putting in RSPs. Some people don't know about this.
a lot of people don't know.
A lot of people don't
Honestly,
know
there's
that.
a lot of benefits, a lot of things, and I think that's the thing. Um, Here's more the mentality to not share, to just do,
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You grow, you grow, you grow. It's kind of in that capitalist society where we get bigger, 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 but while we get bigger, that means you get smaller, kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's why we kind of started this stuff. So yeah, we'll talk about RSPs, even RESPs, um, something as simple as our favorite OSAP, all that stuff,
Fun.
fun OSAP.
Yeah, TFSAs.
TFSAs,
That's my
all that
favorite.
stuff. There's a lot, and then yeah, of course, we'll dive deeper into everything, even the first time home buyer grant, the pros and cons of that, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot to tackle, a lot to go over.
And the personal, it's all basically personal experiences as well, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
experience a lot. Yeah,
And I feel like there needs to be less filter from other people as well. So I mean, that's why we're out here trying to preach everybody here,
trying to preach. Yeah,
drop some dimes.
trying to get some M's like you.
We're hustling, man.
I see
Just
you.
trying to be like you, man.
Nah, I see you. I see you out
The
there.
point of the life is I feel like we gotta work and just let the money talk, man.
That's true.
And you don't have to work enough just so money can show whatever you got. I say let the money keep rolling while you're asleep. That's how you know you're real, like you're really making money.
You excited for Fast 10?
Oh hell no, man! That's one thing I'm
I
not.
saw that commercial yesterday.
It's funny because I actually may go.
Really?
May
Opening day?
Opening day, because there's gonna be a lot of tuners out there. a lot of real.
But do you think?
Fans?
Okay, I don't, because the first one came out what, almost 15 years ago. Something?
Yeah.
But
More.
didn't they grow up, like out of it?
Who, like the people watching,
Like,
or
okay,
the fans, or
yeah, like the fans. Like now they're like 45. Or no, like 40,
yeah.
45.
I mean, I ain't 45.
But how old were you when the first one came out?
And this is probably what, 16? Yeah, 16.
I think even
no,
earlier.
even earlier actually.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so that's what I'm saying. But like you were
really
of their target audience, you were a bit younger.
I was the younger audience.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the fans are like 35 with
30.
kids and stuff like that. So they're gonna leave their kid with their babysitter and bring out the Charger.
They're gonna bring the minivans.
Bring the GTR while the kids are at home.
You know that there's a lot out there, man. I mean, it's not just age appropriate, but I would say like now it's more everybody. But as soon as they took it to space, man, that's it for me, man.
Man, as soon as I saw the first one, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
First one?
No, I think
I thought you liked Tokyo Drift,
first
no?
one. I saw the one. What's the one with? It was. I remember the Pitbull song was in it.
Well, is it Fast Five?
No, definitely not that.
Fast Five is pretty dope.
I think it was. Let me see.
Pitbull, Fast Furious. When was that?
It was that big like Pitbull song came out.
I feel like I would know though.
I think maybe 2 or something like that. It was definitely 2 or 3. But anyway, that was the first one I saw, and I was.
That was it?
I was good.
No.
I was good after that.
Damn. I mean, you didn't follow through after that?
Literally did not know.
Damn. You know, like after, I think it was Fast 6 or 7. Fast 6. I think that's when Paul Walker dies, right? I think I watched that probably like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah. Like on the same week or so when it came out.
That's the one where they split up?
Yeah, you know, the iconic one.
Iconic ones. And the stupid song came out.
The one that I always play.
That is actually the worst song ever.
Do you think so?
I think so.
You think it's...
I think no one wants to admit it because it was the whole associated with Paul Walker dying.
No, I think it was really strong, bro.
It was not strong.
It was pretty strong. No?
No.
Wiz went off.
Wiz did not go off. And actually, they talked about the song. Wiz was literally like the 5th call. Like 4 rappers literally turned it down, and then Wiz Khalifa got the call and took it.
He just...
So no, he did not kill it.
I feel like he... Oh, man.
I forgot who the rappers were, too. I think Kendrick was the first one, and he said a lot of rappers got called,
really?
but they all said no, yeah.
They didn't want to be the part of the franchise.
I don't know what they didn't... I wouldn't want to be part of that franchise either.
I know you would say that. I'd be easy the first one to get in.
So, yeah. But, so you'll be lined up?
I'll be lined up for sure.
I don't think there's going to be a lineup. I think
you think it's going to be dead?
It's going to be a lot of tickets on Groupon, I think. I don't think it's gonna be one of those.
You know what it is though. When they say they drop in the movie a certain day, you can actually go the night before. They play it on a pre-screening. If anybody didn't know.
Fast and Furious, you can just, I don't know.
That's rude, bro.
I don't know.
Well, we're going, but you know you're gonna.
Only thing I watched of Fast and Furious was I remember that beef between like Tyrese and The Rock.
Oh, I think it was Vin Diesel, Tyrese.
Yeah,
and
Tyrese
Rock,
was like crying and was saying like.
Yo, get out of here.
He was like, this is a fast family, and you broke... man, if you haven't seen that was so funny. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
But
I think that was Fast 8. Oh, man, I'm forgetting
like, The Rock came in like Fast 7, and just in one
Fast
movie,
5,
they just gave him the whole new franchise.
Yeah. He came in, and then I think Vin Diesel was like, yo, you're not part of family.
No, because the last one I saw was the moon. They were going to the moon or something.
The space, yeah.
I remember I was at somebody's house, and they were watching it, and I saw like 5 minutes in there in the moon. I'm like, yo, this is what you guys watch?
Engineering-wise, there's no logic to it.
It's the stupidest movie ever.
I would say that was...
I don't know how they got to 10.
I mean, this better be the last one.
I don't know how they got to the second one. Forget 10, but...
No, this has to be the last one. I don't think I want to see it with my grandkids at that point.
I feel like they're gonna do.
You're gonna keep going?
No. I think it's done, but then they're gonna do like a TV show or something. There's too much money in TV for them too. Because the thing is, you're gonna watch it anyway.
I mean, even Disney, not Disney, Universal Studios, they go big on Florida over there.
Did you call Disney?
No, not Disney. Sorry. No, Disney as in Universal Studios in Florida.
Oh, they have a Fast and Furious thing?
Yeah, they do. They got I think the setup for Fast 6 or something. Yeah, they got the cars there.
Is it like at Wonderland when they have the Italian job one? And you're just in the car, and the car is like the roller coaster?
It's funny because it's kind of like that, but it's actually a bus. You were sitting in a bus?
Why the hell are you in a bus?
I don't know. It's like a Fast Furious bus, apparently.
No, the movie I'm excited for is it's coming out. I don't know if you saw the commercial. It's about it's called Air. It's literally how Michael Jordan got signed to Nike.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
So the reason why is like the the guy who brought Jordan to Nike. His name was Sonny Vaccaro,
Right.
and he I don't know what happened, but Nike's kind of like downplaying him a bit now. So there's a lot of like tension between, did he actually do something? Did he not do something? He claims, and a lot of people claim he did everything.
Right.
And Nike and their guys are saying no. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But that I'm excited for.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So.
But I guess what we're more excited. Obviously, the All-Star Weekend coming up, man.
All-Star Weekend's coming up. Like I said, you're going down to Utah. You're attending the festivities.
What are you really looking forward to, though? Because if I'm going in, I'm staying tuned for the slam dunk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Slam dunk. You don't like it?
I feel like there has to be, and I understand why the main stars don't do the All-Star or the slam dunk. It's just too much pressure for no reason, right? Because if LeBron misses or LeBron doesn't do as good, there's just too much money, too much stuff going around that it's not worth. Especially now, social media is not worth it. So it's literally a place for no names to get a name.
You know what's sad? Because it's all about money now and advertisements, and
I mean, when you're playing with that much money, you're making that much money, like. Even when we're talking about Super Bowl, Mahomes for 10-year, $450 million,
right.
and that type of stuff, you're making these literally hundreds of $1 million contracts. LeBron's worth $1 billion now, so there's too much money, too much at stake. That isn't like if he wins a slam dunk contest, no one's gonna call him the GOAT because of that. No one, or even players like that. Like it doesn't really impact. No one. Yeah, so I think it's kind of cool. It does give an opportunity for lesser known people to kind of get that name out. So
they could bring like oldies, like like Zach LaVine or like Gordon.
Yeah, but even that, let them. Right? They got their shine, and then that's it. So now there's a new 4 players that I will let you guys Google because I have no idea who these guys are.
I can't even say they're rookies because
I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're good dunkers. But so slam dunk, I'm sure there'll be something nice. 3-point contest, that's always kind of cool to watch.
Yeah,
I always watch that. Skills competition is kind of cool.
Because that's all you, man. When we play those games, that's all you. You're shooting
nice
threes.
Out there. I was nice out there.
I'd agree, but you don't come back for defense, fam.
What?
You don't ever come back for defense. You take a minute.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll kill you in ball.
All right. You know that's you know what? We're gonna go live stream about this.
Live stream. All right. Bet on up to 11.
Yeah. But which season? Like which time? When do you want to do it?
Anywhere, anytime.
Indoor or outdoor?
Don't you have an indoor court in your house? We'll just do it there. You have that Drake setup in your house? No?
Same Drizzy setup, man.
But no, I'll kill you in ball.
I'll let the.
I haven't played in a minute, but I will beat you in ball.
I'll let the moves do the talking.
I don't know. Apparently, I
can't do defense.
I don't know who's blocking all your shots. I thought it was my hand, but apparently somebody else's, I guess.
That's off because I always saw like the net through your hands.
Okay, I guess we'll see. But All-Star game, something you would never make.
That's got jokes.
All-Star game. Yeah, All-Star game is
it's gonna be fun because there's all the celebrities out there, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't even care about the game. It's the last 2 minutes, then they kind of care. I actually don't even watch the All-Star game, honestly.
Not the full game?
No, I just watch the highlights. Yeah. Honestly.
I used to do that too. Then I try to stay tuned here and there.
I think it's like if it's on TV, I'm chilling. I will, but I don't think
nothing big.
No, I don't care that much.
Because I think Curry's out, so none of that fancy. Curry's from like the opposite side baseline.
Honestly, the one thing I liked about the All-Star game now is the draft thing where they like choose their players on their team. I think that's kind of cool. Right. But other than that, the actual game, I don't really.
No, pay attention. I think LeBron's last game, like last season. No, you think so?
That's a good question. No, I don't think so. I think
Brady's out.
Brady's gone. No, I think LeBron will keep going. I don't think. Yeah, I think. Wow. I just hope it doesn't get to the point where I know. Yeah, I know Kobe left on the 60-point game and everyone liked him, but I don't know. So I hope LeBron doesn't get to that point where it's just like his last 2 seasons are like a disaster.
You don't want to be like Vince Carter.
But Vince Carter, I think Vince Carter actually did it properly.
You did think he did it properly?
Yeah, he stayed long, but he never said, "I'm Vince Carter, so keep passing me the ball." He said, he took on the role as a role player.
Yeah.
And I think he did it actually very well. But also, he never had the level that LeBron has. I think it has to get to a point where, I think LeBron, he broke the point record. I don't think he'll go for the assist record. Maybe he tries, but I think he's too far away for that. I honestly think he's just waiting for his son to come join the NBA.
That'd be pretty cool, eh?
But even that's going to be interesting because as of right now, his son is not that basically his son is not good enough to go on a bad team, right? Because obviously the draft order. So he's going to be on a good team. Do I see a good team blowing up their team just to get Bronny and LeBron? I don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see actually
that will be interesting.
What happens. But do I think the NBA commissioner will allow somebody to not draft him? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, as you said, it's all about money as well. Politics.
Yeah. This is like when I don't know if you guys remember in the NFL draft when Michael Sam, who was like the first openly gay player,
right?
And like he first round, second round, third round, no one was drafting him. Then all of a sudden in the 7th round, somebody drafted him. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I do think that will kind of happen with LeBron. And I don't think
Bronny.
Yeah, I don't think he's just gonna be able to just not get drafted.
You know, LeBron's pretty smart. He just doesn't play smart on the court. He plays smart outside as well, eh? He's been running coach. He's been running everything. He's a good leader.
He is a good leader, yeah. No, that's why, I mean, his court vision, I think that's the thing people don't talk about, his vision. Actually, yesterday we were talking about this. So when we were watching the Super Bowl, the people I was with, they were wondering who Adele was with.
Oh, right.
And so when I told them it was like Rich Paul, like, and then how LeBron brought him up from high school and like all the people he built, I think that is something that is to be honestly praised because these people actually built something. They didn't just, get money from him and just chill. Like the fact that we know more people know honestly LeBron's entourage than people in the NBA.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like everybody knows Rich Paul, Maverick Carter. Even Maverick Carter with all the the shop. I don't know if you watched the shop.
No,
that show is really sick. It's like a barbershop with like LeBron and everybody, and like they'll just talk, but they're in a barbershop. It's pretty sick. So, yeah, and I mean Rich Paul's dating, or I don't know if he's married, but whatever, dating Adele. So, yeah, big stuff is happening. And I think that is something to be commended as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on that LeBron should be praised for actually.
Yeah, and not just on the court, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets a lot of hate. I know everyone saw Kareem hating on him too for breaking his record, but yeah.
I mean, once you go up in life, there's always gonna be haters out there, man.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they always thought that you and I are gonna break up before we dropped the last Fire episode.
True.
And then now here we are coming up back to
back.
I'm running Drake's lines over here.
Okay, but we gotta run that ball game.
Oh,
well, I didn't forget that.
I thought you just said, just gonna slip.
Put money on it too.
You want to do one rack?
I'm down.
Actually?
I'm down.
Serious?
I'm down.
All right, what do we run into? 21 or 11?
You pick.
You want to do 21?
Down.
Because I know you're going to gas out.
Are you dumb?
I know you're going to gas out.
I will gas out. I am.
Exactly. That's why I'm running 21.
But I can get to 21 before I gas out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless I'm running around in circles. You know I can run.
Bro, I beat you in sprint, and now it's...
Who are you, man? Yeah, but you could probably beat me in sprint, though. Can't lie.
No, I don't think... It's not... Can I? We already did. I beat you. There was no can I.
You know what? 21 is a marathon.
And you were wearing running shoes.
Nah.
What were you wearing that day?
Probably running Crocs.
You were not wearing no day. No, you were wearing running shoes.
Probably was, yeah. You know what? Let's run the game.
I'm down.
I'm telling you, we're gonna put it on live stream. I want to see which people got who.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, let me go practice now.
I don't need practice.
That's fine.
You're gonna practice?
I noticed you never practice. If you practice a little more, then I wouldn't have to do our offense and defense.
Chill. I'm telling you, man, you're not gonna do defense. Watch these guys. He's not gonna run back.
What? But okay, but it's gonna be half court. You don't want to run back.
Oh, I know. But like that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna dust you even if we clear up from the 3-point line. You're not gonna come back.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just score 3 while you score 2. It's just math.
Well, you're gonna run 3s? Is that what your game plan is?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. I see how it is.
It's like the art of war. You can't tell your opponent.
You're keeping your cards close to your chest. I see how it is. All right.
But yeah, this is another episode. You want to sign out or?
Want to do anything else? Because I'm just about to think about my gameplay. How I'm gonna beat you.
But yeah, 8 on Stone Road. Thank you for tuning in to another episode.
It's your boys.
I'm Hassan.
Boy Math, and I'm gonna beat him in 1-on-1.
And we out.